back on the fucking grind, gamers. I do want to play some F-Zero 99 later, but I also want to continue this game today. But I am going to play some F-Zero 99 later today. Alright, gaming time. I'm gonna miss this game when I'm done with it, honestly. Like, I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know what we're gonna play next. I mean, we're gonna finish Eternites and Ace Attorney, but after that, I'm not sure. Hopefully Mario Wonder will be out by then. I love this music. Why is it Yuri again? Alright, ready? Let's move right away. Again, prepare for the dizziness. Come this way. Ugh, I'm dizzy. Is this one of the private rooms? Welcome to the second singularity, Coco's private room. This is where the second murder took place. This is the Monocus. I thought Mikado blew it up. Well, I guess you could say this is backup data. Common sense doesn't apply in a virtual world full of glitches. Don't think too hard about it. Come this way. So each of the singularities is everyone that died. Is this Coco? Should I call her Coco Kurokawa? That's your last name. She's married. So like me and Yuri, she is considered a next generation symbol of hope. Yes, however, this is not relevant. She's the mother of the ultimate exorcist, Makako Kurokawa, and she is a member of the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy. Wait, Makako? My head? What a nostalgic name it must be for our dear Sora. Well, Kokoro here is only related to Makako by blood. They actually haven't met for a long while. There are circumstances that caused this. Makako was disowned by her mother and raised separately. I only know the details. Mikado only gave me the information I need to know. I'm sorry, I don't know everything. I'm just a little surprised he had that name. Alright then, let's do the same as last time. Please, read this information to yourself. She was a famous psychologist, but after some unknown circumstances, she disappeared from the academic world and her location is unknown. In her later years of work, she went into the AI field and even brain science. It seems she had a daughter with somebody, and the current status of this child is unknown. Miss Mitsume has an excellent brain. She was considered a symbol hope for the next generation. Although she never attended Hope's Peak and she wasn't even a high school student, it wouldn't have been strange if she was accepted into Hope's Peak herself. Look at her profile. It looks like she was famous in the past. How come I haven't heard about her? This is the first I've heard of Kokoro Kurokawa, so how could she be one of the next generation symbols of hope? There were hope in the world, so how could her name not be known? The profile says nothing about her being a symbol of hope. No, Mikado told me this directly. He needed talentless people to replace the ultimate student. Are you sure you weren't being fooled by Mikado? I do not know everything. Let's put this topic on hold. I don't think we'd get an answer by going around in circles like this. It is because of my artificial intelligence. My body is like a computer. My thinking at speeds, and nothing comes to mind no matter how much I think about it. Even if you're an ally, you're not much help. It reminds me of Nikke. It really doesn't matter that much, but the more I think about it, the more strange it becomes. Why is only Kokoro's information like this? We're only at the beginning, and there's still so many problems. Still, Monochrome is the reason we're making this far. This might be a weird time to ask, but didn't Teruya said that all but 3 of the 79th class had died in the killing game? Does that mean that you died? And Kokoro Mitsume, no, Kurokawa is already... Was she your friend? After my memories came back, I remembered all my classmates. They were all wonderful. Nevertheless, over the past few days, you got it all through all the trauma of life and death. Even now with my memories back, I still miss my friends who died back in the tragedy. But you're not just Sora. Akane Tario's in there too. Even though we're all fake friends, it still hurts Sora. All of our classmates on this island are dead. It's a waste of time. Rather than this, wouldn't it be better to gather more information soon? The whereabouts of that bastard Mikado and the others. Are you talking about Yuki and Iroha? Mikado may have the higher authorities, okay? I cannot find him, but I can find the others for sure. Since coordinates are meaningless, I'm sure we'll come across them soon. Mikako, I don't know what type of person she was, but she still died in the killing game. I don't deserve to mourn them. As I said, Yoriko, Akane Taria committed many sins that cannot be washed away easily. I just don't want to talk about it right now. What exactly did you do? The last time we talked about this, we didn't get much time to talk. What the hell did you do? Why can't I know? I don't want to talk about it. You just hate me for it. Remember, I'm always on your side. I want to help you, Sora. If I can't do that, then we... Yoriko, I trust you, but we're not completely out of Void's plan yet. It's painful for me. If I remember now, I'd just be stuck with the same painful memory, so I'll tell you as soon as we get out of here. I know that you're angry, but just this once, can we stop this? We lost each other recently. I don't want to fight with you. Aww. Confessing your sins isn't that easy a task. I was being too forward. Sorry. Good. Glad you both made up. Such a touching friendship, and you managed to get along so well. You're still free from Mikado now, right? And you're still poking your beak into other people's business. Monochrome, there's nothing. I saw this post on Twitter yesterday that was like, do you remember Danganronpa 1? Monokuma was such a hater, bro. He came in just to tell Sayaka that Makoto had a boner. Bro was such a hater. To tell you the truth, Coco is an unusual case. If you're ready to move on to the next singularity, until we've taken care of all the singularities. They were at crime scenes, so the next one should be at the ghost house, right? The singularities are at the crime scene, so there should be 3 more left. What are you gonna do after it's all over? About that, I don't know. I keep saying this, but I don't know anything. All I can do is show you the profile and give you the approximate indicators for the events. We were leaving it until a while I was calling you suspicious. Sorry. I'm only a tool. You do not need to apologize to me for anything. We have Yuki to find anyway. Let's do that. I just feel too dizzy every time we move. Mikako Kurakawa. It was sin I committed back then. What I want to say to Yoriko, was this really right? No, I shouldn't be asking that now. The investigation comes first. Oh, dizzy again. Is the landscape breaking? That's because there's a lot of data to be processed. Now, this way, hurry. Well, it's for Setsuka and the twins. So the mechanical and the dead are in place where they died. The only one who died in the ghost house, but Setsuka and the twin were here. So I were Hajime and Emma at the first two. But these pods are for the victims, and to some extent the twins here are also victims. Victims of what? Oh, hi. Where the hell am I? How do I get out? I'm just gonna... I hate you, Mikado. I hate you, Mikado. I'm sorry, Mikado, please forgive me. Ask Sora and Yoko. It's been quite a while, Miss Nijue. How did you get here? No matter how much I try to leave, the answer is simple. You cannot move between coordinates because you're not an Industrator. I brought these two here myself. Well, it certainly seems like you're back to normal. After all you've done, that's all you have to say? Why do you look the exact same? I'm no longer a teacher. The rules do not matter. Sora, you should be just as mad at me. She cooperated with Mikado and helped kill Teruya. She almost got us killed. We can't change what happened. There's something I want to ask her. Ow, it hurts. I know you're on Mikado's side. I can understand why you did what you did. Even after Hajime betrayed you, you couldn't give up on the plan. You were desperate. You needed to reach your heaven again. My heaven? How do you know about divine luck? But you should know now, Mikado Saionji only sees you as a tool. So even now you have another choice. Join Mikado, or you could give us a chance. I wanted to join you, but the school rules. It was why Nikke died. If you betray Void, you get killed yourself. Do you really think I stuck to Mikado because I liked him? I couldn't do anything. The school rules were only added after Shinji died and the trial was over. So why didn't you reveal yourself when Nikke did? Explain that one, Iroha. No, she's right. Now it's not completely... We're not completely innocent either. You kind of tried to kill too. Really? What? Oh no, it's nothing. Anyway, I'll pay the price for my sins one day. But for now we have to try to find Mikado. If we just leave him, we'll continue his evil plans. We can only prevent this with our own hands. Don't worry about the rules. The rules in this world are obsolete. I don't like it either, but you're the last remaining Void except for Mikado. So if you've ever felt anything for us, I hope you'll help us. I get it. I'll help you. Nah, she's still bitch, though. So you want to know why the execution stopped? Somebody forced the termination of the virtual world, and thanks to this termination, I'm here to help you all. If it isn't just a few seconds later, my head was splattered all over the wall. So there you have it. Why are you surprised by Yoriko's appearance? When Sora woke up, she didn't even recognize me at all. According to Nikke, all Void members received a profile on us, so that's how you knew, right? Yes, even though you just said it, Mikado gathered talented people from all over the country and erased their memories and returned them back to the high school days. The symbols of the next generation of hope. The Voids don't have reset codes. Well, they do, but the code doesn't do anything. It looks like you need a detailed explanation. The reset codes synchronize your data modulation in the virtual world with the real world. It does exactly what it says on the tin, resets your manipulated data. The Voids have no tampered data, so the code stays the same. So in reality right now, this is why Emma and Hajime had no pods. The pod was imported with the reset code in mind. It's what happens when the victims return to their original body. When a Void returns to its initial state, there is no backup data, so it does not change. In other words, you can retrieve Void's data. You can see it that way, and even if they could retrieve Void's data, nothing would have changed. The Voids were brought out by Mikado to simply fill the numbers out. They were cattle. They're not part of the next generation symbols of hope. Does that mean they have no talent? I didn't go to Hope Speak Academy either. Nevertheless, we were still recognized for our talent. What does that mean for them? Considering the abilities we've seen Void perform so far... Well, I'm not interested in boxing, media, or art, but Emma Margarobi, I know that name for sure. Before the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, she was famous. It's just luck. Us Voids didn't originally have a talent at all. They were all faked, given to us using Utsura's luck. That's what our talent is. They technically have a talent. Hajime is a genius, famous amateur boxer. Aurora here is a painter from a proud family, and Nick is a capable reporter. However, in order to reach that position, the power from the heavens must be used. And the results caused by that luck will gradually disappear. Yes, we were all losing our talents, even when they were still protected by divine luck. Even though our talents are gone, I thought it was still a matter of time until someone noticed. We have our answer. We know the reasons why there's no capsule for the Void. This was the plan of Void. We were all just used by Mikado, me included. Only Mikado knows the full truth. Even with Iroha, nothing has changed. We still don't have any definitive clues. Iroha is still one more ally. Now that we've joined forces, we can defeat Mikado. No, it's just like what Monocro says. We didn't have information, but now we know all the Void members. Even if it's not a definitive clue, the more information we know, the better. Well, I have something I want to ask a little later, but first of all, let's investigate these 3 capsules. Hibiki and Kanade don't look that different. They definitely look like adults. Hibiki, and I don't want to face the thing next to her. Did Void even ever know that Kanade was a serial killer? I had no idea. I didn't understand what a person like that was doing in the plan in the first place. And when we met with Mikado, the plan was already set. Only Mikado knew the criteria for the personnel. Don't blame Iroha too much. The rest of Void was just used by him. First of all, let's open the profile. Read it for yourself. Hibiki, before she was a vocalist, she was in Melody Rhythm. She created charity performances, which all the money was donated to Restoration Project. She also participated in volunteers. Because of these actions, she got called a Next Generation Symbols of Hope. Before the tragedy, she was a guitarist. She revitalized the stagnant society. She created charity performance, which was all donated. She also participated in... Okay. There's hardly a difference between them. Why is the killer is taken at least 60 live in Next Generation Symbols of Hope? With this profile, it doesn't seem to be any connection. Actually, I only have basic information. I was also surprised by Kanade's search. I can make a theory. Mikado might not have even known about Kanade's tendencies. Didn't she say it? This is the first time I've been caught. That means no one ever caught her committed murder, which means that it was left as an unprecedented case. The police trying to solve over 60 cases. Perhaps it could have been a connection with the police? The director of the Kisaragi Foundation, former ultimate policeman Tsurugi Kinjo, I'm sure he had a close relation trying to catch Kanade. Important figures around Melody Rhythm continue to disappear. Of course, at some points they would have been interrogated. Tsurugi Kinjo hates evil more than anyone else. It's hard to think that he would have been on the case. At this time, Hibiki was also a suspect. She would have been interrogated too, and because of Kanade's nature, she would have highly covered up her crimes completely. Therefore, I think Miss Hibiki would have met Kinjo at least once. How did he find the serial killer that even the police couldn't find? I'm not too sure. I'm sorry. How do I explain it? It feels so odd to me, just like a random selection. When I heard about the people in the plant, they said these people are enough. There is no alternative. He said because they would be difficult people to capture and everybody knew them. Well, kidnapping not one but two celebrities, how the hell does he have so much intelligence? We really didn't know anything about Mikado, the mastermind and the leader of Void. Even during the killing game, we couldn't find out his true intentions. We were just doing nothing. So now that we can investigate as freely as possible, being left alone gives me a weird feeling of incongruity. Setsuka. She looks quite older than Yuriko, but I can tell it was her. She was trying hard to end the killing school trip. She tried hard to help everyone until the end. It's nice to see her face after so long, but we know all too well that she's not here. Perhaps if Shinji and Setsuka hadn't have been there, our bonds might have been broken. Even though it's all over, during the killing school trip, her vacant seat in the trial hurt. Setsuka. At this point, she was working as a private investigator. She was trying to capture all their hidden remnants of despair. She made a big contribution. But she wasn't related to the 79th class. She was connected to the Kisaragi Foundation and was looking for them. Cool. She was a private investigator who did not belong to the Foundation. She was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation to try and capture Mikado. However, Mikado caught on to this and managed to kidnap her. Talent-wise, she was perfect for the killing game because the Kisaragi Foundation itself was founded by the 79th class. She lost her right eye in an accident and won an amateur billiards tournament with the power of her transplanted eye. It seems she was expelled for cheating. She used the power of her photographic eye to become a private investigator and rebuilt society and found the remnant. So did you help find like Nagito and them? Nikkei knew that Setsuka's eye acted as a camera. She was tracking down the remnants of the despair, right? The mob that was infecting the streets. Well, currently most of them have been apprehended. Unfortunately, I do not know the exact request or how she was caught by Mikado. An investigator capable enough to be called a symbol of hope. I'm really curious who Mikado is. Do you know Iroha? Mikado only told us the information we needed to know for the plan. It's my first time reading these profiles myself. Yeah, if I was Mikado, I wouldn't give the important information to a kid like you. Come to think of it, Monocro, you said you can freely administer this word. Yes, but not 100%. Mikado is not giving me all of the permissions. Then, is it possible to recover the note that Setsuka left? Kanade said something like, what's this amazing note that Setsuka left? The content might be something we can use against Mikado.
Yare.
Of course I can. You're talking about the note Miss Kanade burned during the third trial, right? Hello? There's no backup for that data. The recovery will be impossible. You managed to restore the burnt monocruise, so what's the problem? That is possible because there is existing backup data. The data on Miss Chikaburo's note. The only thing I can think of is Mikado himself deleting the data, or... There's obviously something important, so I had to remove it. Well, I thought it could be of great help. I apologize. I guess I thought it wouldn't be that easy. There's nothing we can say to Monocro that will change anything. Damn. Sora, you're being strangely calm. Yeah, why are we being so calm? Setsuka was commissioned by the Kisaragi Foundation. At this point, neither Monocro, if we can escape this virtual world, I should ask someone at the Foundation about it, about what kind of request she had received. I hope I can find out. Wait, if people in the virtual world do die, like Monocro said, how did Ray contact us? Sora, have we unlocked all the reset codes? If I'm right, Sora, even when you use the reset code on Voids, it's safe to assume that their appearance won't change. Are you implying that I'm a Void too? Well, I'm not 100% sure yet, but it would make sense that your reset code works the same as us Voids. I agree with you. As Yorko said, my amnesia hasn't gone, even after the reset code has been released. Sorry, you thought Akanataria was dead. Maybe something got lost in the process. Maybe Mikado was aiming to release Akanataria. You're in a different position than me, since you're one of the... What is it? Who exactly is Akanataria? Iroha, you don't know who she is? This is the first time I've heard that name. Is that Sora's real name? The Void's new information about the Killing Game participants. That's how Nikke knew about... So how do you know about Sora? I didn't get any information about Sora. When I asked about you, Mikado just told me you were a participant. I didn't even know her name in the first place, so I must ask. Sora's real name was Akanataria. Like Void, she was one of the children who was helped by Utsuro. Wow, I guess you didn't know. You're not lying? Why would I lie about it? My name is Akanataria, and I was with Utsuro in his last moments. So you really are part of the children of Utsuro. It's just a name we call each other to the other children Utsuro looked after. In other words, Voids. Mikado called it Void. Originally, Nikke was leader, and it was just a small group. We didn't have another name. And as soon as Mikado joined, he said that the children of Utsuro was over. You should already know if you really were a member. Utsuro just didn't help one or two people, and when Utsuro died, our divine luck disappeared, and with that, our talent disappeared. As a result of that, according to Mikado, they died. That makes sense. Nobody would notice an extra few deaths when a tragedy is taking place. Then what about the Then without the power of luck, your life is at risk. Then how are you all alive? Well, death isn't guaranteed, but considering the sort of people Utsuro help, you imagine what would happen if luck vanished. Divine luck itself doesn't cause death, it just makes people like me go back to their hell, and that could cause suicide. Even though they were all... It depends on how much they needed that protection. He said that... That's right, some people's lives were saved as a result. Just as much as some people's small wishes were granted, some people's lives were saved. And the degree of the disappearance matches the total amount of divine luck they received. So you're saying that the Voids received a lot of protection, meaning that it's disappearing more slowly. That's what I was trying to say, thank you. Wait a minute, that reminds me of something. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this is just a virtual world, and you are Akanataria. It doesn't matter if you're just her avatar or not. I'm sure you have some sort of relationship with Akanataria, so that means Mikado Senonji also knows about Akanataria. Why did he try to conceal that information? Mikado Senonji tried to cover up Akanataria. Mikado was the only one in Void who knew about Akanataria. He knew about her and hid it. Siobai knew information about Void that Iroha herself didn't even know. I wonder what happened. Iroha. Don't worry about that what happened. It's in the past. But why did you knock me off the Tower of Babel? Oh, that wasn't me, Sora. It was somebody else. I sinned. I'm so sorry. At that time, Mikado was threatening me. So you were pressured to kill by him. I really didn't want to. Honest. If I didn't, Mikado would have killed me. I have no intention of looking down on you. But if you had died... Let's not think like that. In the end, you helped me get my memories back. You can make it up to me later. Come to think of it, I have a question for you. You said it when you talked to Yorko earlier about Utsuro's children. Each of you received help and gained divine luck. So, in that many ways, it matches up with Void. So does that include you? Well, in my case, I needed acknowledgement from the people around me. My family is known for a generation of famous artists. All of them were full of talents, and I was drawing doodles. It was only me who couldn't do anything. I was mediocre. I couldn't fit into the first-class family. I wanted to be acknowledged by my family, by the world. After I met Utsuro, I joined the Nijue family like the others, and I became a great painter. So that's why you joined Void, because your talents began to disappear. But of course, you had to commit crimes in it, including murder. If I'm not talented, I don't even deserve to be alive. Of course I knew it was criminal, but you wouldn't understand. Sora, before meeting Ucho, I was nothing. There was no other way. Me, who could only draw small, little, mediocre drawings, was a big shame to my family name, so that's why they tried to hide me from public. Everyone knows me as the youngest daughter of the Nijue family. But the cover-up story is that I had a mental illness, so I couldn't move my body. This allowed them to keep me in the house. Of course, my life wasn't affected. I had 3 meals a day, and it wasn't that uncomfortable place, but except from eating and sleeping, I was just stuck there painting in my rooms. I couldn't go outside, and I had 24-hour employee surveillance. If I tried to do something, my parents would have been contacted right away, and after that, punishment time. It sounds like what happened at the Tower of Babel a few days ago. The Tower of Babel felt better than staying in my room. The roughness. I was so young at the time, I just wanted to die, but for a timid person like me, you're imprisoned until you're able to live up to our family name. Do you think I improved? I tried. I enjoyed it since I was young, but after I was imprisoned, I couldn't even touch it. My family doesn't see mangas, cartoons, or art. I was only allowed to watch anime when I was blessed by the heavens. I got so much love from my family. Divine luck. Sora, you were blessed too, so you should understand. If you were to go back to however you were before you met Ucho, and you could somehow stop it, you would have made the same choice I did. I thought Akane died with Master Ucho. If Ucho died that Lake Iroha, would I try to do anything to revive this luck? What luck did I try to get? Master Ucho, are you about to die? Of course I wanted Master Ucho to live, but me and Ucho were criminals before people. If you die, you can't atone for your sins. But it's already happened, and Ucho is dead. He wanted to die for what felt like a lifetime, and in the end, I put him down. Some could say that he just ran away without paying the price, but ethics and morality have something more important to me. If he wants you to do something, you have to do it. It brings you back to life. It brings back divine luck to return hell and follow Ucho. I don't have to worry about that anymore, right? What do you think, Sora? Sora! Your expression turned blank. Wait a minute, I was speaking to you. Anyway, that's my story. I don't know about the other's backstory. I know that Hajime was wealth, Hajime's was health, Emma's was wealth, and Nikke's was power. And Makaido, he would have got mad at me if I asked. I see how desperate every void was, but I'm in the same position. Even so, you're wrong. I know I didn't deserve to say this, but when all this is over, we should pay for our sins as part of the children of Uchiho. Well, it's good for pay to your sins, but can't we find another way? I'm joking, of course. Well, you're out of the clutches of your family now, right? So even if you lose your talent, you'll be fine, cause you'll be outside of the where your family is. Akane Taria, hey me. This discomfort, what is it? Have we done investigating? We need to move. Prepare yourself for the business. Come right away. What? Yoriko, be careful when you're touching. I'm deeply sorry I surprised you all. Everything's dark. No, it's not dark, it's something else. It's just like space. There's literally nothing here. But how can we stand if there's no floor? I expected this, but it's harder than expected. Over there. But why isn't he in the... Wait a minute, all the singularities have been in previous murder locations. This is the Tower of Babel's power room, the remnants of it anyway. The Tower of Babel was outside of Makaido's staircase. I know that Nikke made the Tower of Babel, but it is an object that doesn't exist in the original program, so when it rebooted, it looks like the data was removed. Because the data would contain the tower was deleted, I moved Shinji to this empty space. Does the location really matter? Shinji's capsule is still here. The Tower of Babel Nikkei and Teruya started to run wild, and I became aware that I was an enemy. Sioba's behavior changed soon after he left the Tower of Babel too. Huh? Wait, if the Tower of Babel was prepared by Nikkei, Iroha, you don't know anything about the tower, right? Nikkei made it in the first place without the other void's knowledge. At the time, Mikado said that Nikkei couldn't have done it all. So if you didn't help him make the Tower of Babel, how did you do it? Wait, I actually might know something. Nikkei said that we should take Mikado's side. Because of that, I was stuck, but it got a little awkward with us. I see. I'm sorry. Something was just bugging me. Then let's investigate right away. We're in quite a rush. This place feels very uncomfortable as a program. I want to leave as soon as possible. Shinji, just how old were you? Late 50s, also known as mid-80s by the current international standard. He's old enough to be our father. Kokoro was quite old too, so it's not that surprising. Ever since he was a young man and a hard-working firefighter, he was responsible for saving many lives during his time on duty. At one point he was in a fairly high position, but he was too reckless and crossed the line, and his health was never the same. Thanks to his wife and children, he began to recover slightly and eventually became a security guard. He took off and managed to save people from disasters. He was proud to become the first next-generation symbol of hope. He fought to help everybody using his firefighting abilities until the tragedy ended. That's amazing, Shinji. Just as he was here, an uncle figure for us all. Remembering the Shinji we know, I'm not sure how a guy like that got married. What's his relationship to the 79th class? He had a great influence in resolving all the despair. He was great all around. If he didn't act, the death toll would have been much higher. There's no record of him enrolling, but he does really compare to an ultimate, true talent. Since he saved the lives of most people, including the 79th class, you could say he's related, but his most decisive move was saving a young Kanata Iori, the second 79th class ultimate surgeon. She lives alone after losing her family in a tragic car accident when she was young. Life was saved by Shinji, who arrived as an active firefighter. She was in critical condition, and he used his friendship with Hikaru Ando to get her the help he needed. The doctor called Hikaru is currently working in the medical team for the Kisaragi Foundation. What's with that look? Is there something you don't understand? Mikado said all the preparations were done, except for Sora, who's a 79th class member. I'm in a similar situation to you. Yeah, that's right. You know, you'll be there. Anyway, Shinji was one of the first next symbols of... One could view him as the leader of the group. Even without the connection to the 79th class, Mikado would have chosen him. Is this roughly it for Shinji? There's not much more to say, so let's go, Safar. This is the last singularity. The twins are at the other murder site, so Teruya is the only one remaining. To be honest, I'm not sure if we can properly... Unlike you who are using a genuine connector, Teruya's entrance was made from another location. It's easy, all of you are lying in the same room in reality. The new award program is quite bulky, and because of this, the connection has to be concentrated. Teruya wasn't a part of Mikado's plan from the beginning. He and the other Kisaragi member accessed the program through alternative methods. Ray entered the same way. Mrs. Makaru is alive? Monoko said that the connector is different, right? Even the connection method is different. The program connects directly to the brain, as evidenced by Teruya being completely dead. Interesting. How is she alive? Can't we just ask her directly when we enter the real world? You wouldn't know. I just rewords them. Anyway, let me know when you're headed to the last area. There were 5 killings, so the singularity numbers will be the same. The people who have died so far, 6 people in total. There are 5 voids and only 10 normal students. Of the remaining 5 left, Yoriko is the same as the dead symbols, and I'm a Kanataya. Yuki is the void's purpose itself, then all that remains. What about Teruya and Siobai? Teruya belonged to the Kisaragi Foundation and was captured trying to rescue us. What about Siobai? Currently, surely he can't be a symbol. Siobai is quite irregular. know about the identity of Soba? Yes, no. By the way, can I say, you said you'd help us. Least you can do. Or, can I remember, there's still no redemption for you voids. You start being nice and I'll be nice. And stop screaming at me. I'm older. Shiobai was our void's collaborator. Nikke said something like that at the Tower of Babel. It's true that Void only has 5 members. There's a mysterious collaborator that helps with our plans. Nobody but Mikado knows about this person. So, he worked with Void. Wasn't Nikke lying about that? It's no lie. We knew who the collaborator was. It's Shiobai. I don't know what Shiobai was supposed to do. The only person who knows what the collaborator was actually doing was Mikado. I've told a lot of lies too, but I don't think I'm such a bad person. I mixed the lies with the truth. So when Nikke talked about the insider of Void being Shinji, it was actually Shiobai, but he fought against Mikado on the first island. Shiobai was a man who took employment seriously, so if you gave him a certain amount of money, he would do anything without hesitation. But Shiobai didn't know about Mikado when we started the killing game. Well, what happened between them? Shiobai's memories might have been manipulated like all of yours. Shiobai's avatars were like the Void. Since he was hired for the plan, he wouldn't be a symbol of hope. That's all I can tell you about Shiobai. Aroha doesn't seem to know more either. Shiobai and the Tower of Babel seemed a little different, especially on the 5th island when he mentioned Akane Taria. He suddenly disappeared before my eyes too. Did he recover his memories at some point? Yes, we checked his e-handbook! Looks like I gotta do what was paid for. We saw the activated thing when we checked his handbook back in chapter 4. If Shiobai was the collaborator of Mikado, then did that mean... the easiest answer to them would be from Mikado's own mouth. What's the real Mikado doing? Mikado appears like a ghost and brings misfortune. Sora said that Shiobai is gone, and Yuki too. I'm not so sure he's around. I'm not so sure about Mikado. He seems to be in the next singularity, probably trapped there. For now, let's just go. Let's go and find Yuki. Mikado and the Kisaragi Foundation. All of our problems are about to come together. We need a plan. Can we quickly move? Where is this? We've arrived. It's a singularity, but not a singularity. It's the 5th singularity. Sora, what's wrong? Oh no. What's wrong with me? I got chills and goosebumps. It's a weird sensation that's hard to explain. Are you all okay? I feel a bit dizzy, but I'm used to it the 4th time around. No, I'm fine, don't worry. Was I fine? Why am I the only one that felt that? That feeling is immediately setting off warning sirens in my head. Well, Taruya must be here somewhere. As I said, he's connected differently to this world. But I cannot conclude whether if his data is still intact or not, but I can see him for myself. He's probably in the warehouse. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something there. I feel danger coming from that warehouse. I don't know what you mean, but if we do not go through this door, you cannot see Yuki. What's my problem? It's like that sensation I had during the 3rd class trial. I'm hesitating because I can't figure out what this creepy sensation is. Suddenly, something began to move. Sora, you can feel it too, right? The sign. What the fuck? It's been a while, you damn fools. Surviving like cockroaches. I guess I should have congratulated you. This plan should have ended much earlier, but I've disregarded that plan now. Yuki! I have no intention of taking your life. That's simply because you reached the wrong conclusion. What'd you do to Yuki? What did I do to him? I didn't do anything. This is all your fault he's like this. He's alive, just unconscious. Something unexpected has happened that's quite embarrassing. And despite you not knowing my plan, you brought them all here, Monokuro. I don't know what you're planning. This must be the limit of your usefulness. Your role has ended a long time ago, and no matter how important you were, I have no choice but to deal with you myself. Brood, no! Oh, Mikado! From the beginning, Rest well, Monokuro. He was only a substitute for the far more useful Monokuma anyway, just a simple AI. Now the side characters are gone, shall we move to the final act? We know the truth now. I'll let you go, stop being dramatic, it's over now anyway. Didn't I say, you say? According to the original plan, you all should have been executed and died. But since things turned out like this, a revision of the plan was needed, so I will spare your lives accordingly. If you really don't intend to harm us, hand over Yuki. What? I'm sorry, what did you say? You wouldn't ask for that. Let's not let us comrades fight, right? I'll return Yuki to you, but I cannot at the moment. I'll let you return to your peaceful daily lives with no harm. I promise that. In the end, looks like a killing school trip. As long as he doesn't let us. Liquid fragments of Monokuro. Even though it's a virtual world, the spell of burning felt real. Our options were disappearing from us, little by little. The plan for the rest of now on will be improvised. Strictly speaking, my plan was 99% successful. The 1% did fail, but I have insurance. Master Utsuro. Has Yuki already been taken over by Utsuro? Is it not possible for the original Yuki to come back? An amazing question. The simple answer is yes, you have nothing to worry about. Voice plan is the resurrection of divine luck, but that doesn't mean we have to sacrifice Yuki. Utsuro can be provided with divine luck. A happy ending where everyone wins. Isn't that what you want? There's no need to fight each other. If that was possible, why'd you put us all through the killing game? Is this really true? Monokuro tried to resist and look how he turned out. If Mikado planned to kill us, it doesn't matter if we learn or not. If we don't follow him, he'll just kill us. If that's true, we should just accept it. If you betray us, no matter what happened, I'll attack you head on. I'll take back everything you've taken from us and fight to stop your plans. Fine by me. Fine, but this is the last time we'll go along with your plans. From now on, we're going to go about completing the last 1% of the training. I want you to do the same what you did. A class trial. The 5th class trial should have been the last. No, the plan should have been finished after that. The last judgment ended up in disaster, so if we wish to get the good ending, we have to try again. We will not be discussing a murder case. We will discuss the truth, specifically my plan, about Void's plans, the killing school trip, and the next generation symbols of hope. You came here with Monokuro and collected information. Figured out the plan I've worked my whole life for. If you discover the truth, I'll let you live. And if you fail, it shouldn't matter regardless of the outcome. You have the rest of your life to do it. I value results over everything else. No matter how perfect a process is, if the result is a disaster, it would be in vain. Ironically, the class trial is more of a process in itself than a result. Even if the process of making the class trial is a result. You don't care about what we do in the class trial? You just need to clear the class trial, my plan will be complete. Yeah! I don't have a plan, I'm sorry. For Mikado, it's the same. His plan should be ruined. This is because of some outside interference. Who in the real world is trying to sabotage Mikado? As long as we're in the virtual world, we can wait here. But if they could help, wouldn't they have before? I guess we have to believe in whoever it was. The Kisaragi Foundation must have done it. I don't see how we would have survived the execution without them. That means they're finally acting, and it's proof that they went Mikado escape. won't let Mikado escape. I don't know exactly what Mikado's after or why the Kisaragi Foundation is helping us. What should I do? No tactical meeting? Well, then it's decided. Now then, with the sudden reboot, there's a lot of errors all over the place. This time, we're going straight to the final trial grounds. This will be the end of everything. Up here. This is a vacant spot in Higa City. Originally, if you entered this place, it'd be an infinite loop of forest. However, I configured it to show a building in the final judgment room. Let's go. What do you think? Was this prepared for an emergency, or were we always expecting this? I would say prepared. I'm quite happy to be revealing this, even more happier than I was when Nikki confessed to being a void. However, my plan was already in motion. Being here makes me feel like there's nothing else to fail. Even if he's unconscious, do you plan to involve him in the class trial? Once you arrive at the Judgment Tower, you will understand. What is his plan? This divine luck shit is bullshit. Oh, finally, the environment is worth seeing. This chart is copy-pasted. However, unlike the last elevator, this one goes to the sky instead of underground. A class trial in the sky where we admire the scenery. Yuki will take a special little role. Yuki is the key of the Void's plan. Yuki's unconscious avatar is his vessel that will soon be resurrected. So he cannot participate in the trial. So I pulled the mind of Yuki and put it elsewhere. Yuki will be returned to you and you can return to your peaceful daily lives. Yuki's already in the trial grounds being shown in a separate display. Is there anything else you want to ask? I didn't think so. Now, are you ready? Should we really be following his word so easy? If it's true that Yuki's still alive, we have to do this. Oh, right. Why do I think that she's just gonna betray us? I won't. I definitely made up my mind. Like it or not, running away isn't an option. This is the final chapter. The grand events around us start to push towards the end. Somehow I want to prolong this as long as possible in the hopes that someone will come to intervene, because there's still a chance for us to fight back. Good, the elevator doors are open. Let us go to the final stage. Mikado, were you telling the truth? Of course, the bad things are now open. Now everything begins and it ends with this elevator. I don't want to fight, but I will if I have to. So if anybody wanted a chance to attack, now would be the last time. Hello? What? Holy shit, I got jump scared. Oh, hey, Kinjo. Huh? So that's it. I finally confirmed it with my own eyes. There's no need to rush anymore. Where am I? No, I thought he died. It didn't take me long to realize that I was lying somewhere. There's a man looking down at me. He's wearing a cap with a long brim covering his red eye. This is the first time I see it. No, is this the first time I've seen it? Somehow it all looks familiar to me. This person.
Oi.
Kisuke, it's time. I'm waiting for Ryutaro. Yes, Director. Prepare the deployment of the crew. Tsurugi Kinjo! You're insane! It's been a while, Ray. It looks like you had some troubles. I guess I'm right? Good. Just die. I'll keep punching till you do. It's okay, but I should be the one speaking. First, you need a status check of the crew. Okay, I see you just as insane as ever, Kinjo. So, Ray, there seems to be a lot of things you need to tell me. Fuck you. Do you know the situation I'm in? You acted alone, hiding it all this time. It must have been embarrassing for you, Siobai. What? Wow, you sure came quick. About Mikado, is it done? Yeah, Director, you know I'd do anything for money, but don't ask me to do something like that again. In the end, I ended up betraying my client, Mikado, all for the sake of money. I kind of preach to me now, you're just a crook. Don't speak more than I ask you to. You're just a tool I bought with money. You ain't wrong, I made this decision too. Save it for later, Ray. There's more pressing matters at the moment. Do you even know what happened to Teruya? He's gone. He's dead. Really dead. You fucking shit motherfucker left him alone. But instead of relying on him, you sent someone else, you fucking bastard. What excuse are you gonna come up with this time, huh? His death was a sacrifice for the future. Don't forget, we're on active duty. Put your personal feelings aside. Isn't that your specialty? What should I do? Shut up and give me orders. We need to secure the lives of the survivors who have awakened from the Neo program Mark II. What's going on? How long will I be lying here? I tried to stand up carefully, but this whole body doesn't seem to be used. Somehow successfully I moved my body. Hello there, Tsurugi, Mr. Kinjo, Sir Kinjo, what should I say? How long is he going to ignore me for? He's quite different from how I remember him, but I've seen him before. He was one of the survivors, the former ultimate police officer and chief of the Kisaragi Foundation, according to what Teruya said. So you're the leader of the Kisaragi Foundation.
Soka.
Where's Ryutaro? Contact the communication team. No need, I'm already here. Ryutaro. Kinjo, what have you done? Despite being on the same team, you always do things your way. It's normal for him to decide what everyone does. He's the director after all. So Teruya died without knowing anything. Kinjo, you knew full well that Teruya would follow your orders without hesitation. Leave it, Kaisuke. I understand why you're angry, but we're not done here yet. Also, while we're working... Boss, has you ever thought of us as people? Teruya was your friend. Have you not seen the state of Ray right now? Ryutaro Maki. What do you think you're doing? We're working. There's no point in saying meaningless words, whatever. You're not... Excuse me, I'll start the briefing. I hope they stay quiet. What are they doing? Why are they arguing? Are they all members of the Kisaragi Foundation?
Sam.
Good, we'll begin working to secure the survivors. There are 3 survivors. Yoriko... So... Are we not Akane? Yukimada. I'll care for him myself. Well, let's move. Ray, would you come with me?
No.
Yo, Director, can I have a steak? There's not 3 survivors, but 2. What? You already checked Akane Taria. The only ones left are Yoriko Karia and Yuraha Nijue. Impossible. Yukimada couldn't find him. Not here.
Oi.
Where is Yuki? Why are you asking me? I got no clue. You pay for me is to deal with Mikado. And that's all. All my duties fulfilled. There are 13 connecting devices. Even after confirming the identity of the corpses, I could not find the bodies of Mikado or Yuki. Are we dead? Why is nobody caring about me? Nobody's noticing. It's like am I dreaming? Am I actually still in the virtual world? What's going on? Yorko, you okay? Where am I? Where's Mikado? I'm from the Kisaragi Foundation. Wait, is this the real world? We had the Foundation. Then is it true we're alive? Yorko. Ryutaro, catch that chick. She's one of the prime suspects. That girl's a major contributor. We first detain her and hand her over to law enforcement. Sora and Yuki! Sora, please wake up! You've been laid down for days, so your muscles will be contracted. Where is Sora? I don't know the Sora girl. The only survivors are you, that runaway girl, and Yuki. What? Sora is dead? You don't know who Sora is? No, girlfriend! Like putting your hands through smoke. Why can't anyone hear me? Why am I invisible? I was faintly under it. It was a choice. I didn't want to recognize it. What? Are we an AI? No way. Is this the person you call Sora? Unfortunately, she's... Roha and I came back, but Sora, why? Are you kidding me? Wake up, Sora! She can't wake up, because she died a long time ago. Okay, I did get spoiled that we're an AI, by the way. I think, but I don't know any of the other twists. I don't know why Mikado is doing this, so that's why I want to keep playing. She died a long time ago. This girl's name is Akane Taya. She died before the annotation, but a few days ago. Only her body is alive. Her brain stopped functioning. Her body's metabolic function, it would be more right to say she's brain dead. Wait, so we're dead? BCI is a way of connecting with the brain. How could it connect to her brain if she's dead? The function is working without the aid of machinery in such a brain-dead state. Just put me in a robot then. There's no doubt there's a lot of mystery surrounding. It sounds like you got pretty close to Akane Taya. Do you even know everything she did? I'm sorry to say this, but you're under arrest. You're under arrest for working at a bar while underage. That has nothing to do with the current situation. Law is absolute. You're gonna be detained just like your friend over here. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. Are we really cut out for this, Keisuke? We are members of the Kisaragi Foundations. Sora. Hehe, hehe. What happened, Sora? You're as hard as a statue. It's you. I told you, didn't I, that I would look forward to the results? How are you? Do you regret it? Are you in despair? This is our destiny. This is the result we were given. That's why I warned you. Did you really believe you could be forgiven? I understand now. I finally understand everything. The person called Sora never existed. The prerequisite to be with everyone was wrong. Akane Taria knew this from the start. If so, I...
そうだ
Are you serious, Kenjo? Yes, our job's here finished. Let's give up on Yuki Maeda. Good, what a reasonable choice. Yuki Maeda was the only reason we did this. No, we did it to protect the survivors while we dealt with those criminals. We've done what we need to, so we can leave it now. So then, Taria, what about everything he did? Yuki Maeda, Taria, Tori, don't let your personal feelings get in the way. You'd be irrational. Are you going to repeat the same mistake you made last time? The director's right. We have no idea where Yuki Maeda could be. To find him, we'll have to restart the program, and that means Mikado Sarangi will return. If he comes back, everything we've been working for would be nothing. Mikado's dead, most of the voids are dead, and we secured a survivor. It's an acceptable conclusion. Director, if it's all over, I want my payment. The mission isn't over until the convoy is in the safe zone. Yes, yes, you got it, boss? Yes, everybody, let's withdraw for now. Yes, I understand. What's up? Come on, Director. I'll escort you to the mainland. Shut up. Do not speak unless spoken to, criminal. So we don't exist. Hey. Master Utsuro. I should say it's been a while. No, wouldn't it be better for you to talk? It's amazing. I missed you so much. I really wanted to see you again. Why can't I stop crying? It's normal. Nobody would like to see a boy like me again in this world. You're wrong. I'm happy. I'm so happy to see you again, but some regrets will remain. You can say I'm foolish for being so shameless. My wish is to be here forever. I'm only here to fulfill my promise, Master Utsuro. Wait, are you gonna just let it end like this? Can you really accept this result? It's noisy over there. Master Utsuro, what should I do? Why are you asking me that? I'm sorry, but this time I can't be alone. Akane Taria, it's not too late. It's too early to end it like this. It's for you to decide. You've always done this. You've always depended on me, and that's why you can't be without me. But you've been acting on your own this whole time. Have I ever helped you decide? Come back, Akane. Without you, nothing begins and nothing ends. Don't run away. Just one more time, please lend me your power. No matter what you choose, I won't stop you. It's okay to come back when everything is over. If you don't want to, you can come with me. Nobody can decide for you. You can choose what you want. Sora or Master Utsuro? I choose. I'm sorry, Master Utsuro. Just a little. Please just wait a little longer. After all, why are you apologizing? I told you. You decide your own path. Go back. Lastly, that's Master Utsuro. Are you really Master Utsuro? If you're asking that, you should already know the answer. You do not need me to answer it for you. Go away. Get done. Master Utsuro, thank you.
Nanda.
What is this?
Oi.
Boss! Director, there's a problem. The door won't open. Whoops, maybe somebody touched something they shouldn't have. Hey, what's going on? No. No fucking way. The power to produce an impossible result. You know that power all too well. That voice! Shit. Nice to meet you, Kisaragi Foundation. So by betraying your moral code, it's wrong. You betrayed me for money. Thanks to that, things have become more complicated. As you said, I followed the crash. The Kisaragi Foundation just had more moolah, nothing personal. How was I able to restart the Neo World program? Well, I never imagined you would put code that bypasses security and closes the program from the outside. The method I used? I don't know. When the Neo World program was closed and the emergency power cut, my death could have been certain. Operating the security system is just as easy as breathing for me. This can't be. Unless someone deliberately restarted the emergency power. That was us. Shit.
そうだ
Only the three of us ever went into the emergency power room. No one of you lot turned it on. There's no other explanation. It's gotta be one of you two. The contractor we made was all a lie, and you were still working with Makita this whole time. Everyone, shut up. Do you really think the culprit matters now? No matter what somebody's planning, we have to act now, or all this will be for nothing. Look like Ray's the smartest one here. I don't even know what happened myself. But you don't need to worry yourself. I don't have the intention of harming any of you. You must need us for something since you went out of your way. A proposal. I still intend to carry all our Utsuro plans to resurrect Master Utsuro. According to my initial plan, the resurrection should already been complete. There's no need to worry about this backup plan of mine. I want my actors to reprise their roles. I'm referring to Siobai Aroha and... The killing school trip is currently on hold. I request that 2 members of the Kisaragi Foundation. I refuse. I hear your words as to call in there and die. Entering the real world and being in reality is no different. I agree. Besides, I already betrayed you once. I've seen what you're capable of, and no thanks. I said I would not hurt them. And if the 2 of you enter as well, wouldn't you have a special advantage over me? The Force Shutdown. The one used on Jabberwock Island. With the consent of more than half the users, the Force Shutdown will activate. Since Siobai and I are counted as administrators, we don't count to this total. You have half. 7. You could simply enter and end the Neo World program. The 7 is including our dear Ray. It wouldn't be the same as it was on Jabberwock's Island. No, the Force Shutdown would work. I've inspected the shutdown. I'm the one that modified the system, so I should know. That's how I was able to manually disconnect myself. There's no reason to take the risk? That's what you said, right? Instead of wasting my words, take the stage, Yuki Maeda. Is anyone there? Sora, Yoriko, everyone. Where is everyone? I can't see. It's so dark. Yuki Maeda. Is this the Yuki Maeda you've been looking for? You wouldn't leave him all alone, right? He's just a poor victim. A victim who was sacrificed for divine luck. The Kisaragi Foundation was founded to help those in need, right? But there's more. If you don't want to enter the virtual world, this door and this lab just happen to be built in an abandoned nuclear structure. You'll be trapped here for the rest of your lives. Do you really think I'll let the radio waves stay up? Your radio simply won't function. The only way out of here is to do what I say, or I'll have no choice but to blow up the island next to this laboratory. That brat was so annoying. You wouldn't want poor Teruya's death to be in vain, so you should probably resolve this situation. I'll even explain how you can find me. Shut your damn mouth! Why? This should all be over now. This is why... I'm fine, thank you. Director, so what do you guys want to do? We're caught in this guy's trap. I don't know how to manage it, but it's bad. Do we accept his proposal and fall deeper into his trap, or do we starve to death in this lab? We've been risking the lives we've saved so far as well as our own. However, if he really wanted to kill us, he would have done so already. But for him to say all of this means he's confident he'll win. Dealing with a guy like that, each one is just despair.
Hi, hi.
So, have you made your decision? Yes, Maku whilst you still can. This time, I'll definitely kill you. Ooh, scary, Fufu. So what do you mean Sora never existed? You dare to defy me, criminal? Shut up and follow us. Consider this as an extension of your contract. An extra 20% on top of your payment? 30%. 25%. Nothing more. Well, I think you're right. Anyway, there's no way out of here, so let's get started, man. Take them back to the original connectors. You two use the spare connectors in the electrical room. I'll guide you as soon as you enter the program, so let us meet again at New Hiroshima. Hoo-hoo. So what happens if you take Uchiro's hand? Does the game just end?
そうだ
Not like we have a choice. This time we'll end this. Call the crew. Bring in the survivors. You can't. Let's just stay here. No, I'll finish this right here, right now. I'm the leader of this foundation. This will be the last time we have to deal with this. Our void problem will end today. We're going to die. You don't know Mikado like I do. He's dangerous. We're done for.
おいさあ
It's time. Let's go. Wait for us. Ready. What, Psycho Officer? Things went wrong and I dragged you into this again. I still need an explanation for you, but if we don't come down, we'll be defeated.
さあ
We're going in now. It's time to end this. But how did we do that? How did we reboot the machine? Aura? Wake up, Sora! Sora, are you okay? Yoriko? Is it really you? I'm not dreaming? Sora, I'm so happy to see you again. I thought I'd never see you again. It all happened so sudden. There's a lot I don't know, and nothing's been resolved yet, but you're alive. Yeah, it's nice to see you again. Could you let me go first? I'm drowning in your arms. No, hug her back! Arms, legs, head, torso, nothing looks to be out of the ordinary. But it all just felt like I had a long dream. I found out the truth. I only exist in the virtual world. Why have I returned to the virtual world? It's not too late to think about the future. If we're an AI, just put me in a robot body. Like, I was thinking the same thing about Danganronpa 2, right? Just like take Chiaki's files and put her in a robot. Can't they do the same for me? Or for Sora? Go date your robot GF, Yoriko. Go get that robot GF. Yoriko, those people over there. It's them. Are you really her, Akane Taria? Just answer the question. Don't you already know the answer? You know more about me than I do. Even though it's just virtually, I never thought I'd see you again. Answer mine, Tsurugi, Rei. No, it's not just you two. Yoriko's here too. They finally escaped this virtual hell. Why the hell did you bring them back? I've been waiting! I have a dream for divine luck. What's wrong? Did nobody get my reference? After all the work it took to get this out, look this out again. Wasn't this spectacular? Say something. I'm done. I'm just trying to lighten the mood and give a little atmosphere. If this is your first time, welcome to Utsushima. And for those returning, welcome back to Utsushima. Well, it's not an island ago, it's just a monarchy flying 5,000 meters in the sky. Inoue, you're here? You called me here. I didn't want to be here.
Oi.
Mikado, I've met your demands. I'm in the Neo War program. Now hand over Yuki Maeda. I just see what you're all thinking. I'll fix everything, so listen carefully. I'll promise one more time. I swear to everyone here, if you follow my instructions as told, no one will be harmed. There's only one reason I called you, to start another class trial. See, Sora, Yoriko, and Aroha had already heard the explanation of my plan. They simply need to finish what we started. All the trials required to find the culprit of the murder. Where's the body? In the corridor? I already explained this to Sora, but this court session will be a little different. Some things are going to change. We will discuss the truth of it all. My plan, Void's plan, and Divine Luck. We will solve all the riddles. After all, it's a class trial, so there should be some discussion, right? Also, we add to Jess. I added in something about Teruya, too. I could guess we didn't know, but in the last class trial, well, they couldn't find the culprit. My dear Teruya was made the victim of the last murder case just before the Foundation arrived. The execution of the Spotless was stopped due to their intrusion. We still don't know the identity. That's ridiculous. You were the one that killed Teruya. I know, that was just a joke. There's no reason to discuss it, but since I have an agreement with the Kisaragi Foundation, consider it a bonus. We could also talk about the death of Teruya. Now it's like a real class trial. The Foundation guys and I don't know anything about Teruya's case. It won't be a random discussion. There's always an investigation time before the class trial. I've hidden various clues throughout the Monocro so you can all investigate just as usual. Originally I decided to let Monocro make the announcement. So go throughout the Monocros and find all the clues. Due to the absence of Monocro, I will do the announcement instead. That's all for my explanation. Does anyone have any questions? Oh wait, Yuki. You always talk about Yuki. Could he be the lover of your life? Gay? Don't be scared. Yuki isn't going to be running away anymore. In fact, it would be impossible for him to escape. I took Yuki's mind out and placed it somewhere else. Not that he did anything wrong, but he's in the trial grounds. Of course he's in an alive and stable conditions. You can always skip, if you want to see him that bad, you can eat to the tower. Everything you're after is in one room. Everybody's finally quiet. Are there any more questions? If there's no more questions, let's get started. Oh, and including the guests, there's 6 people here. There might be not much to discuss. And there could be some bad blood. But you must be certain that you're not enemies. Everyone's combined strength to be the greatest weapon to clear this trial. I know you're all seasoned in class trial. You should all come together. It cannot be done if you were all being cautious about each other. Now, as Hyobai said, we've been talking too long. Let's get started right away. There's no time limit on your investigate. I'll call you when you're ready. I wish you a good fight. Good luck! The last class trial. I don't know why this happened. So, let's go, Rei. Wait, Tsurugi. Are your legs okay? The wheelchair you had before isn't here. Is it because of the virtual world? There's something you should know. I don't know why Mikado is letting us do this, but he's still out there. Things are going just as he expected because his plan is almost finished. He's way too confident and his pride is going through the roof. Maybe the others, but I have nothing to say for you. Do you really think you're in the same position? You're nothing more than the ghost of Akane Taria, and you'll disappear along with this virtual world. You are a criminal, and criminals always lose in the end. If you understand, do not speak to any of us. If you're planning on investigating, do it yourself. Hey, Director, I'm going it alone. It'll help us get the most be good tool and get information for its master. Get out, quick. Come on, Ray. You're scared to group together. Well, I'm gonna leave too. Sora. Sora, are you even listening? Oh, you haven't left yet? I thought you'd go investigate solo. I want to go with you! Maybe Sugi is right. Even if we get out of here, I probably can't come with you. You saw it too, the state of my body in the real world. It's only natural for everyone to avoid me. I don't think it's good for you to be with me. Don't worry about that idiot's words. I came to see you because I wanted to, and I will save you. Of course, for Yuki too. I haven't heard about your passing details yet, Sora. But that's unimportant. We have to figure out when this is over. I can't. No, obviously there must be a reason for Mikado. That's why we have to stop him. We need to investigate. Mikado himself is giving us clues. Knowing that it's a trap, we have to take the bait and still fight nonetheless. Thank you, Yoriko. You're always there for me. It's nothing. It's normal to help your friends. It's normal to kiss them. You're very reliable as an adult. You really have the power to move people's hearts, and I realize why you were considered a simple hope. All I have to do now is stop Mikado's plan. Are you ready, Yoriko? The final class trial. Everything will be decided then. We have to prepare for the end. That's the reason I'm back. Yoriko, before we start investigating, I have something I want to ask you. If it's okay, obviously we have the information from the singularities, and Mikado led us to the entrance of the trial ground. Suddenly we lost consciousness, and when we woke up, we were on the Monocus. Rojo said Mikado called us. Can you tell me what happened between the Kisaragi Foundation? Sora, did you go to the real world too? The real world. I don't know. My memories are still a bit vague and hazy. It seems that they deactivated the virtual world from outside. Something similar like that happened at the end of the 5th trial. During the execution, when we were all about to die, everything was interrupted. And when I opened my eyes, there was a lot of strange machinery, and we were in a lab. I was lying there. Why'd y'all come back? Mikado came back. I don't know the details, but I heard it when I was heading out of the lab with the Kisaragi Foundation members. Suddenly the door would close, then I heard Mikado's voice. I didn't see Mikado was alive in the lab or if he was somewhere else. It's built like a shelter, so it was closed, and he asked Ray and Tsurugi to come into the virtual world. Arrested? They better not have done anything weird. It's fine, I was just handcuffed. That's my turn to ask. What did you do in the past? How did you know that how would you know about your state of the body in the real world if you weren't awake in the reality? A man said something to me, that the only survivors were Aro and myself. He didn't mention you, Yuki, or even Mikado. To answer that question, I saw it. I saw my body in the real world. I don't know how to explain, but I experienced an out-of-body experience. It was like observing my body through somebody else's eyes. I thought I was dreaming, but I knew it was true as heard as you say that. Is it true? Are you really dead in the real world? If I was really dead, it would be ridiculous something like that could happen. Only the body is alive, a state of brain dead. Even if the brain itself is dead, the virtual world is supposed connected to the brain. It doesn't matter. Whether I'm alive or dead, what matters is that I can move right now. Just as you said, Yoriko, my body doesn't matter at the moment. Alright, for now let's focus on investigating. Am I just turning away from reality? I know what happened, right? What happened to me? No, knowing about it won't change anything. This is avoiding it, and I just need to hold it in for just a while longer. I'll do it. What's this? A Nikke doll? Someone says some horrid sense of humor. Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm trapped. Please use me as a punching bag. Looks like Mikado made it. Hit me! Hit me! Are you really hitting him? It's not because it told me to, it's just because it looks like Nikke. The great Mikado Sanagi lost his parents when he was just a baby. He spent his life in an orphanage. Nobody knew where his parents went. The great Mikado didn't know that if they had died or they simply abandoned him. He had no parents and he was growing up in an orphanage. The great Mikado was disinterested in life itself. They also took the kids with care, but the great Mikado lived his life without purpose. He had no dreams, no aspirations, until one day in the late fall, a cool breeze began to hit. Someone left like a burning cigarette, which began to blow towards the orphanage. It began to go up in flames and spread towards the entirety of the orphanage. The fire quickly covered the entire orphanage, and many people were burned to death. The great Mikado did nothing. He lacked emotions. He had no intention of trying to survive. It was then that Mikado encountered that person. Without even revealing his name, he approached the orphanage, and then suddenly heavy rain began to fall. Everyone was in awe of the miracle that happened. It was only the great Mikado that noticed that person. Mikado felt a great rush of emotion to a person he'd never felt like, but then he suddenly disappeared. No matter how much Mikado looked, he couldn't find that person. Ever since then, the great Mikado had a purpose. It was to meet the person who saved his life again. It wasn't to say thank you. The great Mikado was only interested in the existence of that person himself. Some time had passed, and he still had no clue about the whereabouts of that person, which was expected. Thus, when Mikado tried something, the same situation happened out of the orphanage the second time. So he burnt the place down. The great Mikado sprayed the pre-prepared gasoline all over the orphanage, causing a fire once more. Mikado set it on fire, so he's been this sociopathic ever since he was a child. Even though it's horrible, we should listen to the end. It did not happen a second time. Due to the gasoline, the fire was more vigorous. As a countermeasure, they rebuilt using material. Even if it rained, it wouldn't be enough to put the fire out. Inside the building was screams full of despair. Mikado's heart was full with happiness. As the fire grew stronger, Mikado's explanations, but no matter how much time passed, the fire didn't go out. Only then Mikado realized something was wrong. It was at this moment that his whole body was engulfed in flames. That's enough! Infinity Unlimited Flame! It's a shame to hear the story of your past again. I didn't mean to scare you all, sorry. There's more behind the story, but I was too embarrassed to continue. The Nikke doll was only made to be destroyed from the beginning anyway. You're insane. I knew if you set yourself on fire for an idiotic reason like that. However, I was still young at the time. I wish you had burnt to death. Is this supposed to be a clue, or what? I'll tell you the rest of the story myself. I'm alive. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. How did you survive the fire? It was a fascinating sight. The flames suddenly extinguished. Gasoline fire can be extinguished using ordinary fire. In the first fire, there was rain. Of course, it didn't make sense that there was no forecast. The second fire was made using gasoline, so rain wouldn't put it out at the time. That's why I was looking forward to it. I wanted to see how they would put out the fire when you could not use rain. But the result far exceeded my expectations. The fire just went out, literally, no scientific basis.
おやめなさい。
That irrational phenomenon is the power of divine luck. Wait, that's how we brought this place back! Because of divine luck. I'm unsure why Master Uchiro went to the same place twice, but perhaps my willpower is so powerful that I miraculously reached him somehow. Like last time, Master Uchiro quietly disappeared. I decided something that day. My life is dedicated to Master Uchiro. He's the one who leaves no traces behind. Thanks to that, it was extremely difficult. I even learned how to hack in order to find again. I learned about the whereabouts of Master Uchiro. I desperately collected information to find him. But no matter how I searched the databases and checked all the CCTV footage, they were always one step ahead. Isn't life unfair? I gave everything I had to meet him. Everything I had done up until then disappeared. Truly unforgivable. So then that's when you came up with this plan to revive Uchiro. That's why you're going through this killing school trip. I tried various plans before this one, but they all ended in failure due to that damn Kisaragi Foundation. But it doesn't matter now. The past is the past. All that's needed is to discuss the current plan. You really only think about yourself, don't you? Aren't you the same, my dear Sora? What a hypocrite, you're exactly the same as me. You gave away your life to Master Uchiro. You don't even mind getting your hands dirty yourself if it means you can be with him. We are essentially the same. I know you know it already to be true. Now, I've explained why the killing school trick and how I'm trying to revive Master Uchiro. You probably heard all this from Monocro, so... Both of you are on edge. I'll take my leave. I don't want to feel any more guilty for interrupting your investigation. I'll disappear as requested. Call me if you need any help. No, alright, that's not why. Yeah, you're right. In the end, the only thing we discovered that was that amazing tale about Uchiro. What a waste of time. We were able to understand a part of Mikado's past. He was saved twice by Master Uchiro. The total amount and the degree of disappearance. The void received a lot more and it's disappearing more slowly. Every was different. The bone of protection was different. If Mikado, he might be stronger than any one of us. Okay. How much longer is this fucking investigation? I want to finish it today. Sora, check this computer out. It doesn't have a power cord, but the screen's still turned on. Explaining. Wow, the old fucking window. Wow. Chihiro? We're Alter Ego Taria, aren't we? I've heard it before. Alter Ego is another me. The next stage of AI, a program that infinitely grows and eventually becomes a person. If we're an Alter Ego, just literally just put me in a robot body and that's solved. Problem solved. You can still date me. That's how I get out of this world. Most AI goes through deep learning, but it's about stimulating the human brain in the digital world. I heard some from Hope's Peak were involved in its initial creation. Alter Ego. I'm not really sure how it works, but the fact that it's here must be something important, right? It's an artificial intelligence program developed by Chihiro Fujisaki. Unlike other commonplace AI, it learns and it adapts the conversation with human. It's possible to develop a personality, but it's impossible to do anything about external influences. The alter ego, which evolved to its limit, truly becomes a person itself, but its character and origin, it's a clone of the person from the developer. The artificial intelligence itself is a high-level technology. However, the alter ego is something only an ultimate student can do. The technology was thwarted ever since it got a chance to release due to the closure of HopeSpeak Academy. The alter ego has been constantly improved with the various ultimate students, thus creating multiple different versions. Create a new personality that doesn't currently exist in the world. Without this restriction, there may be a way to recreate a personality of a dead person. Humanity would no longer be subject to death. It might be possible to become an alter ego and leave your body behind. You could gain an eternal life where aging and death no longer exists, getting immortality with the power of technology. According to that possibility, it's possible to resurrect someone. Yeah, if they can create robot bodies, he's trying to resurrect and turn him into an alter ego. That's why he said that in the room before about computers. If you're right, why would he need to perform? Wouldn't it be enough to create an alter ego in this image? Mikado isn't an ultimate student. Do you think just anyone who knows about computers could make an alter ego? Even artificial intelligence is high-level technology. Do you think Mikado could come up... Didn't they say he was researching that? It's the divine luck they're after. It seems when I heard about Mikado's past, it seems he was more after Uchiro, but is that the same as the others? They needed divine luck, and that's why they stayed with Mikado. If you simply resurrect Master Uchiro as an alter ego, divine luck wouldn't return. There's still a file we haven't read. It was a transcript of messages. Kokoro. About the alter ego I talked to the other day. I was able to steal the core code, but there are multiple security keys mixed in. Submit it anyway. I'm working on the artificial neutral network model, so you can combine the scarcity later. The problem is the supercom. I'm thinking of switching to a newer model. Then the cost will go up. You don't have to overdo it, but as the number of operations, the demand specifications will go up as well. You're the developer, so if you have a request, I must fulfill it. Kokoro, do you think it's the one we know? The ultimate psychologist, Kokoro Mitsure. She really helped during that class trial and to uncover the voids. Why is Kokoro talking so calmly to Mikado? I've got it. There must be someone else called Kokoro. It's gotta be fake. We're looking at this. Kokoro and Mikado were looking together. Kokoro's a developer. She must have been a victim as well, as maybe she was central to Void's plan. So Mikado was the client, and Kokoro did the actual programming. It says she disappeared, and she studied AI technology. Was she on Mikado's side, but she also had an avatar, and then she was put into the killing game like us. Hi, Kaizi! What's up? There's only one thing I can think of. She was betrayed by Mikado. Mikado betrayed Kokoro. He used and betrayed all the voids after all. Even after Kokoro made an alter ego, where did it go and what did they use it for? I don't see the connection. If you look at the messages, they're talking about the price of something. Maybe it wasn't a simple friendship. She's someone who no longer exists. The only thing left behind was an unsolved mystery. Alter ego and Kokoro and Mikado's connections. I wonder what happened. Alright, we could probably do one more investigation spot. Oh, here you both are. Yoko Kabuya and Akane Taria. I need a minute of your time. I'm acting alone for now. I can't speak to you if he's around. There are things I wish to ask you both.
Hi, hi.
He's complicated. Follow me, please. This is a good enough place. Nobody should intrude here. I'd like to apologize to you, Yoko, due to the immature response of the Foundation Director. Yeah, I wanted to ask earlier, but where the hell was the Kisaragi Foundation? Why didn't they come earlier? I survived by dumb luck. If you'd come earlier, more people would have survived. And what the hell happened? The minute I escaped out of this virtual world, they started arresting me. It's true that I broke the law when I was a minor, but even so, I'm also unhappy with that. I'm trying to make steps in improving it in a good way, but that guy is so damn stubborn. Ironically, this time he's been a real headache. I only just heard an explanation of what happened this time. I don't know what goes on in that head of his. How the Kisaragi Foundation was involved in all this mess. Akane Taria, there's a lot of things I want to say to you, but I got on the ship to put an end to our Makaido Senonji mission. There's nothing personal about this, just a job, that's all. I'm fine with that too, thank you. First of all, Akane Taria, I'm not sure if Yuriko knows much about the situation. Knowing that will help a great deal. The dispute between us dates back. Kisaragi Foundation was acquired by the 79th student. Karuya, yeah, him. It's nothing. At the time, the tragedy was in full swing, and our goal was to put an end to it. After that, the tragedy... There's a report on the backup data. It was read without our authorization. This is a first-class confidential file, so I don't know how he got in the first place. Alter Ego Kisaragi. He sank next to the research center and disappeared. Do you know where the main foundation? At the first rebuilding center, the building that was remodeled with the permission of the surviving foundation members. Each Kisaragi Foundation shares a database. Database from the third center, which was turned into Hope's Peak, was stored in another research center. Still, the backup of the Alter Ego Kisaragi file was... Neither did I. We were involved in a killing game just like you. That place became the stage... The place that became the stage for it was... I heard about it somewhere. The Kisaragi Foundation was like the predecessor to the Kisaragi Agency, right? The third research center was completely destroyed, so 100% restoration was not possible. I don't know when or how he got in and stole the data. Makaido surely realized at that moment. The backup recorded how we escaped from the third research center when it collapsed, and he found out about the death of Uchiro. You aware that the purpose is to resurrect Uchiro? Obviously then, Makaido, the guy is obsessed with Uchiro and has been chasing him ever since he was a child. It's in a way that makes your obsession look cute in comparison. Since then, we've been interfering with all his plans from behind the scene. He's trying to start a killing game by capturing all the relatives of the 79th class. Didn't you say just that Makaido was an ordinary guy? There was quite a few times we almost caught him, but it got to the point where it was impossible to almost track him. Then why didn't you come and save us? Please, look at this picture. Akane Taria, you too. And how did you survive but not the others? This guy is... It's the corpse of Makaido Senonji. That doesn't make sense. Does that mean that Makaido is already dead? Wait, that's impossible. So then who's this imposter going around trying not to kill us each other? I didn't know anything about this. He was hiding this important fact. You see, Mikado died a long time ago in the real world. Everything I'm saying might be hard to believe, but the Mikado we're facing right now isn't human.
何よ
What is he? Do you know what an alter ego is? If you're an Hope Peak Academy student, you probably wouldn't know about it. That's the information we got on the computer. He left clues about that. The real Mikado made his own alter ego, and he was killed by his own alter ego. Akane, you've seen Juko Onoshima's alter ego, so you should know. Yeah.
何なのよ
The real Mikado is dead, and the Mikado we know is just an AI. Tsurugi was aware of this for a long time, but he didn't inform me or anyone else at the Foundation about this. However, that would explain why the Foundation was unable to track down Mikado for a long time. Can you stop calling me Akane Taria? The computer itself is the home of the alter ego, meaning no matter how much we tried to track it, we couldn't, as it was connected to a network constantly. His purpose is still the same as the real Mikado. I don't know if it's possible to connect the two, but I know for certain they have the same goal. How can a virtual creation kill a human? That's where the collaborator comes in. Don't you both know him? Shiobei Hashimoto. This guy's Mikado's collaborator, alter ego Mikado's collaborator, and the killer of the real Mikado Saionji. Shiobei was not hired by the human Mikado, but by the alter ego Mikado. I only found out about him today. I didn't even know what I was doing. He's a world-class broker and would do anything for money. It was Shiobei who helped alter ego Mikado, since he does not have a physical body. So, we asked Shiobei to kill himself, his real self. That was also part of his contract. I don't know if it was just to complete the number of people or if it was always part of the plan, but Shiobei wasn't going to die in the killing game and he would regain his memories at some point. He would regain his memories and exit the virtual world. It would defend the exterior from harm until the plan was complete. So that's what he meant. If Shiobei disconnected the virtual world after he disappeared, what did he... It rebooted it virtually closed and you were temporarily booted out. That's what Shiobei did. So the guy who went to defend it, that was due to Tsurugi's intervention. In other words, Shiobei was a double agent. Shiobei was also hired by Tsurugi Kinjo. Offered something far greater than what Mikado offered. How do I know this? Because he just told me. Shiobei was a double agent. It was a spy that gave information to Tsurugi. Did Teruya know? No, this is why I can't forgive Tsurugi Kinjo. Teruya and I were just used as bait to prevent Mikado from realizing that Shiobei was a double agent. Teruya was killed because of Tsurugi. It's all that bastard's fault. Really, if everything we heard was true, I never would have known. But, and because of that, they were used as tools. They're not just disposable tools. There must have been another way. Fuck Kinjo! I cheered for him when he arrived because I like seeing funny characters, but I also hate him. Why are you telling me this? The worse the situation comes and my motivation dwindles. What the hell can we even do? You need to know, and because I need to repay my debt to you. My debt to you is now paid off, Akane Taria. I don't even think you saved my life. I didn't even ask for your help. As long as it's Akane's, I'll still have Taria in front of my eyes. I'll still have a distaste towards you. I heard Tsurugi made a perfect plan. We now realize it's impossible to get rid of Mikado using that method, and that's why we must exclude personal feelings. I think different than a duty. I think we're fighting against him together now. The same goes for you, Yoriko. The more power we have, you shouldn't be demoralized because of this. What about your partner? Will he agree to this? If he's not with us, he will work alone. I don't know why Mikado Sanji called us all to the virtual world together. Tsurugi's plan has already failed. It's bitter to dismiss the idea that we can easily win. If there's anything I can do for you both, please let me know. I've told you everything I know. If you have any more questions, ask now. I can't stay here longer. Hey, Ray. I have a lot of questions, so can I ask you something? Ever since Sora told me that you were alive, I've been thinking about something. How did you survive? We saw you get burnt to a crisp. The New World program is equally as dangerous. If you die in the virtual world, you die in the real one too. But as you can see, I'm not dead. It has a feature called Force Shutdown. If something unexpected happened, you can shut down. However, to do that is a lot to require. It's also sensitive on a normal shutdown path. That is a force shutdown from the outside. What I'm talking about is a force shutdown from within. There wasn't another way to shut down the program. I made some sort of insurance by editing the force shutdown code. I obtained an emergency escape code. It's a code you use in an emergency situation. Right before my body caught fire, I used it to escape the real world. What you saw there was my lifeless avatar. Couldn't you just saved all of us? Because Suragi used the Foundation, if you already knew it was a virtual world, you could have pulled us out. If it was possible, I would have done it right from the start. At that time, Teruya and I got no prior information from Tsurugi about what was going on. We didn't even know that the Mikado Sanji there was an alter ego. It was unexpected that he had that much power. We didn't know anything about that, but my actions weren't enough. I apologize. After I got back to the real world, I'd pull Teruya out right away. I didn't know that I could do it from within the virtual world, so I took action and cut the power from outside. The reason we got in so easily is because he left. After I left, he immediately strengthened the security. We weren't too late. It's just that the flow of time in the virtual world and the real world is completely different. It was today that Teruya and I connected to the virtual. Not a day has passed since then. Yeah, I know. It had already been several days in the virtual world. It would not have been possible to breach the alter ego Mikado's security. I thought if I had just known Mikado's identity from the beginning. No, I'm just making more excuses. I'm so goddamn pathetic. Tsurugi, he's the leader of the Foundation. Because of him, all this happened, so why didn't he give you the right information? If it was to hide Steel-Bai's infiltration, Bray and Teruya were his partners. Did he not trust you both? He's that kind of guy. He's been like this ever since our encounter with Ucho. In order to get the extra manpower to the Foundation is desperation. So you tried to follow Tsurugi to the end, but I really can't do it anymore. That's why I'm acting alone. As soon as Mikado was revived, the Foundation was defeated. And here we're in the same situation as you. Mikado invited us to go back to the virtual world, meaning he needs something from us. I think it'd be our main priority to investigate the clues that he left for us. Do you have any more questions? May I ask you a question? No, you've been knowing each other for a long time. You just feel different. Do you prefer this look, or is it just due to your memory loss? Ready to answer that, I want to know about... Do you know anything about the death of my body? Strictly speaking, you're alive. It's just your brain that's dead and you can't wake up. It was Tsurugi who discovered your body. They only told me because I was at the scene. Am I an alter ego of Akane Taria? You said that... Yeah, that's what I think. You said that the real Mikado died a long time ago, and that the real Mikado... And that the Mikado we know is just his alter ego. I feel like I remember him saying something weird. Do you mean to say that you two are the same in that regard? Sora's alive, she's just unconscious. That's incorrect. Even if you're both only alive, you are certainly using some connector to come here. Even if you're brain dead, there's a connection going through your machine to the nerves. An alter ego doesn't need such a medium. I remembered everything. When I got my memory back, I thought for certain I was Akane Taria, but since then, something weird has been happening. I'm not really sure about my memories of Akane Taria. It's like a memory that I haven't even experienced myself. It just feels like an emotionless memory. You said that alter ego Mikado has the same purpose as real Mikado, right? You read that an alter ego can share memories with their real counterpart, but it's not the same for me. Well, it's hard to believe. If you're an alter ego, that means somebody must have made you, so who did it and for what purpose? I don't know if you're an alter ego or not. Although you're branded in reality, your consciousness is in a virtual world. It's so unnatural. Tsurugi might know something. I could ask him for you if you'd like. No, I'll talk to him myself, but right now who I am is not important. Knowing my identity won't change who we have. Our top priority right now is to stop Mikado's plan. Thanks, Ray. Making the decision to fight together with us must have been a difficult one for you to make. I have no intention of forgiving you, Akane Taria. Yorko, I'd be grateful if you can lend me a hand as well. I don't think Tsurugi will be happy to learn. You two should investigate. Be careful if you plan to talk to Tsurugi. We don't have a time limit, so we should still have a lot more time to investigate. Sora, don't worry so much. It doesn't matter if you're an alter ego or not. I know the person I've spent all the time with isn't fake. Everything will be just fine. We should go on a girls' night out, just the two of us after this is all over. What do you think? It sounds like a great idea. I'm just wondering if you're a lightweight. I wasn't the fake ultimate hostess for nothing. You better be prepared, Sora. We're gonna drink the night away until one of us blacks out. We're gonna have a date. It should be best to talk to Tsurugi and Siobai for now. We still have time. Let's get moving. Alright, and that is going to be where we end this portion of the stream. There is one other thing I'd like to do, unless I need to restart my computer, because if I need to do that, I'm not going to do it. I don't. Okay, I wanted to try out this F-Zero 99 game. Just for like 5-10 minutes. I wanted to try out F-Zero. For like 5-10 minutes. Do you have to play a tutorial first? Okay. C, A to boost, B to accelerate. Okay. Okay. So I hold B and then press A to use up the meter to boost. Okay. Ouch. Fuck! We spun out! Oh, it's that to turn, and then... Okay. Collect super sparks dropped by gold bumpers and from collisions. Press A when you super meter to fly into the skyway. So I want to bump into them. Okay. Is this a bot game? Oh, I have to charge that up. Damn it, we suck, dude. I really need to stop driving in the off-road. I'll take a third. I thought I got third. Can I play the actual game now against real people? Oh my god, really? Why is there such a long fucking tutorial? Fuck, I'm getting fucked against the walls. Hell yeah, we win. We're getting absolutely fucked! I'll take a 25th. I'd like to play against real people, please. I'm planning on ending stream at 5:15. You will now be racing rival pilots of similar skill ratings. If you finish at a higher rank than your rival, ouch. One rival defeated. You receive ticket points. What is workshop? Okay, are these real people? Okay, so there is a Mario Kart starting. Dang it, I missed it. Dang it, I missed the boost. Final lap. Kara? Hello? That isn't me. There's someone else named Kara. Alright, let's go! Okay, we got top 50. 4 rivals defeated. Oh, there's a fucking leaderboard? This game's fucking addicting. I might play it later. I'm gonna play this game later. Bop, 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 bop. Top 80 advanced. I didn't make the jump there. Shit, we're getting fucked! No! Let's try it again. Lucky bumper. What does that mean? I don't care. I got 96. We got fucked that time. Alright, I want to do one more mini pre and then we'll call the day. Top 80 advance, okay. Alright, come on, we can't die here. Top 50. So, oh, and then those become my rivals. Okay. Top 60 advance. Okay, this is gonna be hard. I didn't see a pit there. Here it is. I really need to get onto super mode. Final lap. Another 44th, I'll take it. We're not winning this ever, because I suck at... Because I suck at this game, but... Shit, we're in dead last. I suck at F-Zero. Oh, is this the pit? Okay, we need to catch up fast. Fuck! And that's where we're going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.